Simotel Call Center Powersuite Part 2. Let's go and see how you can manage your call center. Okay, here we have queues. Here you can manage your queues. By that I mean you can add an agent to queues or remove it. As you can see, it shows queues here and their names like sales, supports, and others. The number of users are shown here. 10 agents are here logged into this queue. So if you click on this button, you can see the users logged in this queue. Here you can see source of agents and the agent users. If I want to remove one of them, I can easily click this cross button and drop it out of queue. Before I go to add an agent, let me explain what the difference between source and agent is. You have a limited number of phones, but you can set unlimited number of agents on each phone. Desk number is never changed, but agents have their unique ID to log in. So I have this drop-down menus that I can add an agent to this queue. I choose desk number and set this agent on it. So you can see agent 220 is added here and number of users turned 10. Burst calls. Imagine you run an emergency call center and there is an emergency situation. So number of calls catastrophically goes up. Now your agents can't answer all calls. Here in Burst Call, you can record a pre-made audio file and in this situation, play those calls for callers. So here you give it a unique name and add first 3 or 4 digits of its caller ID prefix. Then you should upload your pre-recorded audio file and finally give a description and save it. Simotel will handle calls that initiate with those prefixes. Here you can see the burst call we created now, and if you want to edit or remove, you can do it here. Now if we go to monitoring, you can see all numbers which initiate with 3888 are led to burst. Here in ordinary, we have no calls with that prefix. Dynamic burst calls. It's a system that automatically replies to burst calls. You can define the maximum number of calls here, which with the same prefix in the sequel can get into the system. Here you can define how many digits from this prefix should be detected. And here is the duration. For example, 5 minutes. So I define if more than 5 calls with the same 3 prefix in 5 minutes get to the system, the 6th one should go to the burst. Here you can define an exception caller ID. If this caller ID with this prefix calls, Simotel will patch it through. Blacklist. Here you can add a group of caller IDs which are not supposed to be answered. It can be because of a prank call or any other reasons. Especially on emergency call center, there are always some caller IDs that makes calls for no reason. So if they interrupt the system, you can add their caller IDs here and system automatically hang up their calls. VIP number. Sometimes you have some caller IDs that are crucial to pass through no matter what. So you add their caller IDs here, and if they go to queue, they have priority to other callers. They usually pass through the first idle agent. You can edit or remove VIP caller IDs here. To learn more, visit Simotel.com.